A book trip. It was a balmy spring day. Kelly woke up early, before the sunrise, and started to get ready. She had been looking forward to these upcoming events because she could finally plan the weekend as she had wished. She had been following some public pages on the internet that shared such events as book fairs and book sales. Besides, she was able to apply for one of the reading club meetings she had always desired to visit, but could not make it because of her busy days at work. She had planned to do next. First, she would go to the book fairs to check what new books and authors were going to be there. Then she would go to the book sale to get the books she saw in the list and wanted to buy while there was a nice financial opportunity. And later on, she would join the reading club at 5 p.m., where members were going to read and discuss one of her favorite authors' novels. The journey to the first destination would take more than 1 hour. That's why Kelly picked a book with her to read on the way. Funny, she thought, it was a day when the bookworm didn't get oneself locked up in the room of the library, but was traveling around like a real living thing. She couldn't say that she was really enjoying long trips, because she could sometimes feel queasy, but the purpose was worth bearing it. She was also grateful that she wasn't lazy to download some audiobooks and songs on her phone in case nausea took over. Precaution comes first, she would always remind herself. She remembered a day when she had to take a long trip to another side of the city, and having forgotten her book and having no audios on the phone made her take off the bus several times to have some fresh air. It surely delayed her arrival and also spoiled her day completely. But today she was armed with her stuff, and only good thoughts were occupying her mind. When she got off the subway wagon, she noticed that the place was more overcrowded than usual. People hardly moved. It more seemed like they got frozen. She couldn't believe it could be because of the book fair, and suspected there was an accident. As she got closer to the turnstiles, she made out a teenager at the exit stairs holding a gun and threatening to shoot anyone who would try to go out or come in. That moment, she concluded why the crowd was so unnaturally packed. The speed of the crowd seems to be as if constipated, she thought ironically and even giggled, but quickly came back to reality. What to do now? How to get through to the other side and leave? While waiting in the chaos, she managed to find out by asking people what was happening. It turned out that the teenager was a high school student and demanded to be heard by people and the news to be brought up to his school that he deserved higher points on his final exams. The school was next to the subway station. That's why he picked the place. Kelly guessed he hoped to be seen by his teachers who were coming to school for Saturday classes. People around didn't know what to do. Everyone was scared to be shot by an emotionally unstable teen. So the only thing to do was to watch until the man in uniform came and handcuffed the boy. Should I try helping him? Kelly thought. Should I talk him out of this criminal idea and simply make him go and talk to his teachers about the exam results, and in a calm way ask them to do something about it? Then she paused for a second. What if he had already talked to them, but to no avail? And that's the reason he is here now, pointing the gun first to himself, then to people. She thought of consequences for a while. What if I got shot by him? God, no, I don't want to miss the meeting at the reading club. No way will I miss it this time. That was her final decision, not to get involved into something that may spoil her plans. At this right moment, 2 men came right behind the boy and caught his arms. The shot was heard. It sowed fear among people. They started to run chaotically, shouting and screaming. The boy seemed to get baffled when he got caught because he completely forgot to watch his back. Anyway, thank God, the show was over. Kelly rushed up the stairs leading to the exit. She didn't want to get swallowed up by another dram at the street. Time is precious. The books she wanted to gain could have been long ago bought by someone else. She prayed it wasn't too late. As she got to the book fair, she watched all stands carefully in order not to miss any book from her view. It might be too luxurious to overlook the books she wanted to own, because nobody knew when and where the next fair would take place. But today, Kelly got lucky. There happened to be all the books from her list. In total, it made 16 books. Detective stories, novels, and medical thrillers. All she loved. They weren't big in size, therefore she could manage to carry them on her own. The crowd at the fair was impressive. So many people came for books, and this fact made her feel glad that she wasn't alone in her field of interest. But as soon as she found a more spacious place, someone ran up to her and grabbed one of her packs with books and escaped into the crowd. Kelly was so shell-shocked that she couldn't drag a word out for a second. Then anger reached her deep soul, and she yelled, "Catch the bastard! He got my books!" The security heard the yelling and noticed the young man fleeing into the crowd. "Please, sir, help me catch the guy. He has stolen my books." 2 security guards ran after the thief. Kelly began believing that she was ill-fated. She was running for a while, but with remaining 8 books in her hands, it became increasingly difficult. Soon she was out of breath. After some time, one of the guards came to her with a pack of books that was stolen. He informed her that the man who tried to steal her books was someone they had been trying to catch for 2 years. The guy stole and sold books. Finally, the man was caught, and people could forget the fear of being robbed. When Kelly came to the reading club and sat down in the hall, she suddenly felt fatigue. It had been a long day, she thought, drifting deeper and deeper into that day's events. She hadn't even noticed how the meeting began because she dozed off right in her chair. But as the members of the reading club started to gather and make noise, she decided to put her thoughts aside until the meeting was over.